OSPF, and we are not seeing any routes yet here advertised in the OSPF. On router 1, we'll do a show IP route OSPF, and we see the 3 network here. Okay, let's just see here. We just did a clear on OSPF from router 1 to router 2. And remember, we have the IP OSPF priority 0 command on router 2's serial 00 interface. So router 2 is never going to become part of the or be part of the BDR-DR election process. So if we do a show IP route OSPF, router 2 is not seeing any routes learned via OSPF. And that is because on router 1, if we do a show IP route, if we do a show IP OSPF neighbor, from router 1's perspective, it's seeing router 2 as a druther, which means it's not a designated router or the backup designated router. And it sees router 3 as the designated router. However, on router 3 now, if we do a show IP OSPF neighbor, it sees router 1 as a backup designated router, when indeed it is not. Again, on router 2, if we do a show IP OSPF neighbor, it is getting a false indication here. It's showing router 1 as the designated router, when indeed it's not the designated router. Router 3 sees router 1 as the backup designated router. So as you can see here, updates aren't propagating correctly through this OSPF network. If we go to router 3 and just configure the serial 00 interface as not being able